Good morning, everybody. So, this morning we have morning mantras. I did flip through. I filmed the flip through yesterday, and I'll probably post it tomorrow. It's this one plus its evening counterpart, the flip through. And then I also did a flip through for this one, the Shaman's Dream Oracle, which I posted yesterday, so you can go hang out with me and watch that, and yeah, look through the cards with me. For message of the day, we have the morning mantras, and we also have tarot of mystical moments. So universe was very insistent on the morning mantras for this morning, so I'm excited to see what's gonna come out because these cards are really, really cute. All right, message of the day. So universe wants me to say this to you guys. Do you guys have anything that you're asking the universe for? And they're saying to write a list. And I don't know why they're showing me Christmas, but it's kind of like a wish list, I guess, that you would give to Santa Claus or something, right? But basically, they're showing me a picture of like putting this wish list on a Christmas tree, and letting it manifest. So if you're not into Christmas, you can still do this. Like use your own type of thing or ritual that you would like. But just, write a list and post it up somewhere where you, maybe like an altar, or just maybe some place where you can also kind of vibe up some good energy in that area, so it becomes your space for where your wishes come true or something like that. Yeah, so it's something like that. I think that's why they were showing me the Christmas tree, because you know how like for Christmas you get presents underneath the tree, right? So I think it's like that, like the manifestations can be your presents. But that's really cute. That's what universe is saying to you guys. Okay, so message of the day. When I'm tempted to gossip, I'll think of something nice to say instead. And if I can't find something nice to say, I'll look harder. This is talking about shifting your energy. A lot of times, just out of habit or out of say if you walk into a workspace and there's already a gossipy type of energy that's going on, and you walk into that energy like without setting your own space for positive energy, or like being focused in the own things that you want to create in your life, and you're a lot of people, they don't prepare themselves, before they walk into a space, right? So you're just like open windows, open doors. You walk into a space, and you get bombarded by the energy that's already there. So a lot of times, in these areas where people congregate, like at work, right, or maybe at school, and if that energy is already going on, and you walk into that space, it's very easy for you to get caught up in whatever's already there. And if people are already talking about something, for you to join a conversation and get into their flow of whatever it is that they're talking about. And so this is just universe letting you know that if you feel that coming on, but you have an awareness of who you are, what kind of person you want to be, what you want to generate and create and accomplish for yourself, right? That if you will do that and set your own energy before you walk into a space, then you won't be tempted to go along with what everybody else is doing. Like, because the thing about gossip, or like just talking about other people's lives and critiquing them, or you know, even if we're not talking about a physical space you're going into, but like say on social media, leaving a comment, right, on somebody's post or something like that. It's whatever you're emanating out into universe, it brings that energy back. You're opening a door, you know, you're kind of vibing on a frequency where that same frequency comes back to you, right? So just be aware of this. They're saying, you know, maybe to try avoiding this kind of energy, because if you don't want people talking about you or criticizing you, it's best not to even get into that energy and put it out there that you would be doing it, right? So yeah, I was it on this card when I was doing the flip through. Well, I guess I'll find out when I edit the video later. But for one of the stories that I told in one of the flip throughs, I forget which one it was about beginning a sentence. Like I've done this quite a few times before, where I'm talking to somebody and I start a sentence, and in midway I'll stop myself because I'll realize the energy of whatever it is that what I was trying to say or what I was going to say, it didn't feel good, and it wasn't in harmony with what my inner being, my true self, like coming from a place of love, right? It just didn't resonate with me. And so mid sentence I would stop and I'll be like, okay, never mind. I take that back. I don't wanna finish my thought because it doesn't feel good anymore. And so this is something like that. Like if you can't find something nice to say, just, you know, pause, stop, just look. You don't even have to say anything, you know? So that's very interesting. Okay, so let's see what's gonna come out from the second deck. It's in raising your vibration and feeling happier and happier every day, and just feeling more on track in your life. Like this is one of the steps, is to whatever vibe that you've been flowing, if it's not working for you, pause and reflect and maybe take a step back and try again, you know, and take a different approach at it. Yeah, I feel like that's the kind of energy we're working with here. Okay, message of the day. What else do you want to say, universe? All right. Ten of Pentacles. Awesome. Ten of Pentacles. Completion, fulfillment, manifestation of like all good things. It also talks about family. It also talks about in this particular card, I'm getting a real sense of kind of group dynamics and group cohesion coming together. Say if the group is your family, like your physical, biological family, or just the people you live with. Very, very interesting. There's a message that I'm getting like with both of these cards together, where you can dominate the energy in your family. And by dominate, I don't mean like control, you know, like in a bad way. But what I mean is like sometimes when you interact with people within a group, say, you know, for example, a family, or say a group of people like coworkers, group of people like your friends or something like that, that if you will do like we were talking about in this card, where you set your energy to be a certain energy before you step into a group, that you can actually be the leader, right? You can say, okay, I set my energy to be kind to people, or I set my energy to be focused on a project. Say I'm getting together with some classmates to work on a project, and say everybody's kind of scattered and unfocused. Well, I'm gonna, before I join this group, I'm going to focus my energy, and I'm gonna set my energy to come up with ideas, to be inspired by ideas, to really go into being focused on working on the project. And then my intention is for there to be an outcome by the end of the session. My intention is for there to be some kind of like divvying up of tasks, so that everybody has something to do, something to be focused on, and that we're gonna get things rolling on this project. Like you set your intention right before you walk into the group. So when you walk into the group, you guys don't spend like half an hour to an hour just running thinking about other things or checking your phone, or whatever, like because one person's energy, if you're focused, you dominate the energy of the group, then everybody else can fall into line and also become focused too. Okay. So it's kind of like you connecting with your spirit, with your source energy. And in that connection, then all of the other frequencies of the other people who aren't focused, or like who aren't thinking in terms of how to complete this project, which is the point of you guys getting together, right? Everybody else will fall into line. So if you apply this concept to, say, you walk into an office and there's gossip energy around, but if you come into that energy with yourself in a space of kindness, or in a space of compassion, or in a space of being friendly, or acceptance of people, then if your energy is strong enough within yourself, when you walk into this group where people are gossipy, they're gonna scatter because your energy is dominant. Does that make sense? Or it can happen where if their energy is not that strong in that gossip, but they have nothing to talk about, so that's what they're going to talk about just to entertain themselves, right? But if you come in and you're excited about something, like, oh, I have this thing that I discovered, I read this book and it's so good, and like your love of whatever it is that you're talking about is going to quote dominate the energy of the conversation, and now everybody's now joined in on that energy of loving something, instead of like gossiping about other people because they have nothing better to do. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So applying this again to, say, like a family energy, same thing. If you're like certain family members are kind of like scattered in what they're doing, and you come into this space and you're like, oh, you know what? It would be so fun to have a board game night or something like that, right? And then so you're vibing at fun for the family, for the group, so that you guys can get together and kind of generate like fun and love within this group of family members, just to kind of reconnect your relationship with each other, right? Then you can totally do that. So I feel like there's something about that in this energy here. It looks really, really good. Yeah, there's a lot of fun, a lot of like, I'm getting the word union, coming together, cohesion, something like that. So cool. So that's the message of the day. Have fun with that, you guys. All right. Bye.